My husband, 36, and I, 35F, have been married for nearly 4 years. Growing up, I learned to cook from my dad, who instilled in me a love for using fresh ingredients and herbs to create flavorful dishes. This approach to cooking has always been important to me, not just for the taste, but also for the health benefits and the connection to where our food comes from. However, this culinary philosophy has become a source of tension with my mother-in-law and sister-in-law. They have a very different perspective on cooking, heavily favoring packaged and powdered seasonings over fresh ingredients. They believe that only these additives can provide the real and authentic flavors they grew up with. At family gatherings, my MIL and SIL consistently make snide remarks about my cooking. They comment on how my food lacks depth or robustness, and they openly express disappointment that I don't use the same seasonings they do. Despite my efforts to explain that I prefer the natural flavors of fresh herbs and spices, they dismiss my choices as unconventional or naive. The situation came to a head recently during a dinner celebrating my work promotion. I had spent hours preparing a meal that I hoped everyone would enjoy. However, throughout the evening, my MIL couldn't resist making comments about the food. She kept implying that my husband must miss her home-cooked meals with their distinctive flavors, suggesting that my cooking didn't measure up. Feeling increasingly frustrated and hurt by their persistent criticism, I finally spoke up. I calmly explained that while I respect their culinary traditions, I have my own preferences rooted in freshness and health consciousness. I pointed out that using fresh ingredients allows me to control the quality and flavor of the dishes I prepare, which is important to me. Unfortunately, instead of understanding my perspective, my MIL and SIL took offense. They accused me of being disrespectful and even went as far as calling me a bad wife for not conforming to their expectations. My husband, caught in the middle, remained silent during the confrontation, which left me feeling unsupported and hurt. Later, in private, my husband assured me that he loves my cooking and appreciates the effort I put into our meals. He acknowledged that he prefers the fresh and vibrant flavors I bring to the table. However, his reluctance to defend my cooking style in front of his family during the dinner hurt me deeply. He suggested that maybe I'm overly concerned about their opinions and should focus more on our own satisfaction. Now, he's retreated to his office, suggesting I need to reconsider my desperate need for approval from his family. This response from him has left me conflicted and unsure of how to proceed. My siblings, upon hearing about the situation, have differing opinions. My brother thinks my husband is avoiding conflict, while my sister believes I should stop cooking for them altogether as a form of protest. I find myself torn between wanting my husband's support and not wanting to escalate the situation further. How can I effectively communicate to my husband that it's not about seeking approval, but about feeling supported and respected in front of his family? I want him to understand the emotional impact their constant criticism has on me and how his silence during such moments feels like abandonment. Navigating family dynamics, especially when it involves deeply held culinary preferences and traditions, is challenging. I'm eager to find a resolution that honors both our familial relationships and my own values. Any advice on how to approach this delicate situation would be greatly appreciated.